Darylyn, thank you. Well, whether or not you leave home with temperatures dropping into the single digits this week, it's a good idea to prepare your home. Luke Snyder spoke with the experts today, and he's here for you now with tips to keep your pipes from freezing and how to cut down on heating costs.
As bitter cold temperatures move into mid-Michigan, there's one thing you don't want to see freeze: your pipes. It's a common problem plumber Roger Jarvis sees this time every year.
What can happen is if the pipes really freeze hard, they can actually burst, and I've seen where they've burst in multiple locations, and then you might have to replace all the water piping in the house.
A bill that can run in the thousands. Jarvis says make sure your home doesn't have any outside drafts in places like a crawl space or basement to avoid frozen pipes.
Usually it's drafts of cold air that we find when we find pipes actually frozen. It's that drafts of cold air actually getting to the pipes.
Experts at Consumers Energy say those small cracks can lead to a big increase in your energy bill.
If you imagine if you had a crack around your front door of your house, many of us have old homes. We can live with those sorts of things. But that can be the equivalent as if you had a softball-sized hole in the middle of your door.
Adding, if you're worried about gaps, a trip to the hardware store should do the trick.
Go around all the old windows, and we put weather stripping and caulking around the outside of the windows.
And when it comes to the pipes themselves,
You want to have some heat tape on your pipes, something you can wrap around the pipes and actually plug in to keep them warm and keep them from freezing.
as a last resort, let your faucet drip.
You can even release that pressure through that faucet and maybe avoid bursting some pipes even if they do freeze. Plus the flowing water will make it harder for that water to freeze.
And if you plan on traveling this holiday weekend,
It's not a bad idea to turn that main water valve off and just prevent the water source, in case something was to freeze or power goes out.
experts also say to make sure you're changing your furnace filter out so they can run at full speed, and for every degree you dial down the thermometer, that will save you up to 3% in your bill. Here for you in Lansing, Luke Snyder, 6 News.